71 million Americans are about to see a change in their Social Security payment. The Social Security Administration has confirmed it. The number is real. And if you receive Social Security, or SSI, right now, this change applies to you directly. But here's the part most people do not talk about. Getting more money on paper does not always mean more money in your pocket. And if you do not understand how this increase actually works, what it includes, what it does not include, and what could quietly reduce it before it ever reaches your bank account, you may end up disappointed when January arrives. So today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what is changing in 2026, what it means in real dollar terms for your specific situation, and the 4 things you should do right now before the new year, so you are not caught off guard. Stay with me through the end, because the part most seniors miss is not the increase itself. It is what happens to that increase between the SSA and your bank account. If you are not subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on the bell. Social Security changes, Medicare updates, and benefit adjustments happen every single year. When they happen, the details matter. This channel breaks them down in plain English. Subscribe and let's get into it. Let me start with what COLA actually is, because this word gets used every year around this time, and a lot of people have a general sense of what it means without fully understanding the mechanics behind it. COLA stands for Cost of Living Adjustment. It is an annual increase built directly into the Social Security system, designed to help your benefits keep pace with inflation over time. Here's how it works. Each year, the Social Security Administration looks at a specific inflation index, the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, known as the CPIW. They measure how much prices increased over the previous 12 months, and they apply that percentage as an increase to every Social Security and SSI payment in the country. The idea is straightforward. If the cost of groceries, utilities, and everyday expenses goes up by a certain percentage, your Social Security payment goes up by a similar amount. So your buying power stays roughly the same even as prices rise. That is the theory. We will come back to the reality in a few minutes, because there is an important gap between the two that affects millions of seniors every year. Now let me tell you exactly what the 2026 COLA number is. On October 24, 2025, the Social Security Administration officially announced the 2026 COLA at 2.8%. That is up slightly from 2025, when the COLA was 2.5%. And it marks the 5th consecutive year with a COLA of at least 2.5%, the longest such streak since the 1990s. 2.8%. That is the official number. Now, let me translate that into actual dollars, because percentages can be hard to feel until you see the math. The average Social Security retirement benefit going into 2026 was approximately $2,015 per month. A 2.8% increase on that amount adds roughly $56 per month. So the average retired worker is seeing their monthly payment go from around $2,015 to around $2,071. The average survivor benefit for widows and widowers receiving benefits based on a deceased spouse's record increases by approximately $52 per month. The average Social Security disability insurance payment increases by approximately $44 per month. And for SSI recipients, supplemental security income, the maximum monthly payment for an individual increases from $943 to approximately $969 per month. These are averages. Your specific increase depends entirely on your current benefit amount. The math is simple. Take your current monthly payment, multiply it by 0.028. That is your increase. If you receive $1,500 a month, your increase is approximately $42, bringing you to about $1,542. If you receive $2,000 a month, your increase is approximately $56, bringing you to about $2,056. If you receive $2,500 a month, your increase is approximately $70, bringing you to about $2,570. Now, who receives this increase? The 2.8% COLA applies to every person currently receiving Social Security or SSI benefits. That includes retired workers, spouses and dependents receiving benefits on a worker's record, widows and widowers receiving survivor benefits, workers receiving Social Security disability insurance, and SSI recipients, including those who receive SSI alongside a Social Security payment. If you are currently receiving any form of Social Security or SSI, this increase applies to your payment. The timing is slightly different depending on which program you are in. For Social Security retirement, survivor, and disability benefits, the increase takes effect with payments issued in January 2026. Your January payment, which actually arrives based on your birth date, will reflect the new amount. For SSI recipients, the increase took effect with the payment issued on December 31st, 2025. If you receive SSI, your December 31st payment was already at the new higher rate. Now, here's the part that most people miss, and I want you to stay with me here, because this is where the real-world impact often looks very different from the headline number. A 2.8% increase sounds straightforward, but your Social Security payment does not arrive in isolation. For most seniors, it arrives after several automatic deductions have already been taken out. And the most significant of those deductions is your Medicare Part B premium. Medicare Part B covers your doctor visits, outpatient care, and many medical services. Most seniors have their Part B premium deducted directly from their Social Security check before it ever reaches their bank account. In 2025, the standard Part B premium was $185 per month. For 2026, the official Part B premium has been announced at $185 per month, holding steady from 2025. That means for most seniors, the Medicare Part B deduction is not increasing this year, which is good news. Your 2.8% COLA increase will not be eaten up by a corresponding Medicare premium hike in 2026. However, this is not always the case, and there are two situations where your net increase could be smaller than the headline suggests. The first is IRMAA. If your income in 2023 was above $103,000 as a single filer, or above $206,000 as a married couple, you are subject to an income-related Medicare surcharge. IRMAA adds anywhere from $70 to over $500 per month on top of the standard Part B premium, deducted directly from your Social Security. If your IRMAA tier changed for 2026, your net increase from COLA could be partially or fully offset. The second is if you have other deductions coming out of your Social Security, such as Medicare Part D premiums, Medicare Advantage Plan premiums, or voluntary tax withholding. Each of those comes out before your payment lands. Your net increase is what remains after all of those deductions. Think of it this way. The COLA increase raises the gross amount the SSA issues. But what arrives in your bank account is that gross amount minus every deduction that has been set up on your account. For some seniors, the net increase is close to the full $56. For others, it is meaningfully less. The only way to know your specific net increase is to look at your actual benefit statement, which we will get to in a moment. There is also a broader conversation worth having about whether the COLA increase truly covers what seniors actually spend money on. The CPIW, the index used to calculate the COLA, measures spending patterns of urban wage earners and clerical workers. It is designed to reflect the buying habits of working adults, not retired seniors. Seniors typically spend a higher proportion of their income on healthcare and housing than the general workforce does. And healthcare costs, prescription drugs, insurance premiums, out-of-pocket medical expenses, have historically risen faster than the overall inflation rate that drives the CPIW. This is why many seniors find that even with a COLA increase, their purchasing power does not quite keep pace with their actual cost of living. The 2.8% increase may cover general inflation, but it may not fully cover the specific cost increases that affect older Americans most directly. I am not saying this to discourage you about the increase. $56 more per month is real money. I am saying it so you go into January with realistic expectations, and so you are not surprised if the new amount still feels like it does not quite stretch far enough. Now, let me give you 4 specific things to do right now. Not someday, before January. The first thing, log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov and look at your COLA notice. The SSA sent COLA notices in December, either by mail or electronically through your online account. That notice shows your new benefit amount for 2026 and breaks down exactly what is included. It shows your gross benefit, your Medicare Part B deduction, any other deductions, and your net payment. If you have a My Social Security account, you can see this notice right now in your message center. If you do not have an account, go to ssa.gov and create one. It takes about 10 minutes and gives you permanent access to your benefit history, earnings record, and future notices. Once you see your COLA notice, compare it to what you are currently receiving. If something looks wrong, if the increase is not there, or if the deductions look different from what you expected, that is a conversation to have with the SSA directly at 1-800-7721-213. The second thing, review your Medicare costs for 2026. Your Medicare plan, whether Original Medicare or Medicare Advantage, may have had changes for 2026 beyond just the Part B premium. Deductibles, copays, drug formularies, and network coverage can all change from year to year. If you did not review your annual Notice of Change document that came in September or October, do that now. Medicare's open enrollment ended December 7th, but understanding your current costs for the year ahead helps you budget accurately. If you are paying an IRMAA surcharge and your income drops significantly in 2024 due to retirement, a one-time income event, or loss of a spouse, you may be able to appeal that surcharge using Form SSA 44. That appeal, if successful, can reduce your Medicare deduction and increase your net Social Security payment. The third thing, be aware of your payment schedule. Your January Social Security payment date depends on your date of birth. If you were born on the 1st through the 10th of the month, your payment arrives on the 2nd Wednesday of January. If you were born on the 11th through the 20th, your payment arrives on the 3rd Wednesday. If you were born on the 21st through the 31st, your payment arrives on the 4th Wednesday. If you have been receiving benefits since before May 1997, your payment arrives on the 3rd of the month. Knowing your payment date matters because your first 2026 payment, arriving in January, will be the first one reflecting your new COLA amount. If the new amount is not what your COLA notice showed, contact the SSA. The fourth thing, protect yourself from COLA-related scams. Every year, without fail, the announcement of a COLA increase is followed by a wave of scam calls and messages targeting seniors. The script is always similar. Someone calls claiming to be from Social Security and tells you that to receive your increased payment, you need to verify your bank account information, confirm your Social Security number, or pay a processing fee. None of that is real. The Social Security Administration does not call you to process your COLA increase. The increase is automatic. It requires nothing from you. No verification, no fee, no phone call back. If someone calls you claiming to be from Social Security and asks for your personal or banking information in connection with your COLA increase, hang up. The real SSA number is 1-800-772-1213, a number you look up yourself, never one given to you by a caller. Report scam contacts to the SSA Office of Inspector General at 1-800-2690-271. Let me bring everything together. The 2026 Social Security COLA is 2.8%. It was officially announced by the SSA on October 24, 2025. It applies to nearly 71 million Social Security beneficiaries and 7.5 million SSI recipients. The average retired worker's monthly benefit increases by approximately $56, from around $2,015 to around $2,071. The increase is automatic. You do not need to apply, call, or do anything to receive it. It takes effect with your January 2026 payment for Social Security recipients and took effect December 31st, 2025 for SSI recipients. The Medicare Part B premium holds steady at $185 for 2026, which means the COLA increase will not be offset by a premium hike this year for most seniors. However, your net increase depends on all the deductions coming out of your payment. Check your COLA notice at ssa.gov to see your specific new amount. And do not wait until January to find out how this affects you. Your notice is available now. Your numbers are available now. The information you need to go into 2026 prepared and informed is sitting in your My Social Security account right now, waiting for you to look at it. Log in, read your notice, know your number. That is what separates seniors who feel informed and in control of their retirement from the ones who are always catching up after the fact. Share this video with someone you know who receives Social Security, because the increase is automatic, but understanding it fully is not. Subscribe and turn on the bell. I will see you in the next one.